This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Glad to have you with us from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and home to the Air Force Falcons. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Wyoming Cowboys, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Falcons will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Down the gut of the defense, it's incomplete. All right, guys, let's chat a little Wyoming. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Cowboys are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
Wide receiver going in motion. The RPO, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
The give on the inside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Anderson will throw. Grab near the marker. It's Sargent. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
Can't hang on across the middle on 1st down, and maybe he was worried about the shot he was going to take. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wyoming.
Well, you you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here's the handoff. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. There he goes. Oh, he got loose. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
And that's why this offense is hard to stop, man. They have that option to pitch it. So as a defense, like, I got to get the quarterback, and then I got to get the pitch man, and they lost the pitch man, and you could tell he made them pay with a big gain down the field.
Gets the back moving. They'll leave it with him. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the fullback. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
And the Falcons have this offense rolling. The inside handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker.
And a great job understanding where you're at on the field. And I know that sounds very simple, but I run that out route, I start getting towards the sidelines. I got to feel it. I don't have time to look down as the ball's coming to me. Great job catching it and getting that foot in bounds.
They'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
On the option to the left, on 1st and goal, the keeper. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Falcon.
This offense coming out on the first drive and showing like we are willing to run our quarterback. We're going to run the option game. We're going to make you play discipline, and they had a lot of success on that drive, Jesse.
And, David, the defense knew they were going to see option in this game, but you know it's so hard to prepare for it when you're going against your own scout team. This offense, they make the decisions quicker. The athletes are so much better, especially at quarterback, and they're going to have to find a way because they're going to see the option further along in this game.
He'll ride his man on the option. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Air Force.
It's what makes this offense so hard to stop. When you've got an athletic quarterback, you've got to worry about him in the running game and there on the option. He makes the right decision, keeping it, and he caps off the opening drive of the game with a TD.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Wide open on the right. Touchdown Falcons. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, football, there's so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cowboys. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Give to the running back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A third down try for the offense. Johnson wants to throw it. Turns it loose. Got his man to the left. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
What about when they show off the big fella's mitts? This is a guy that does so much of the dirty work for your team, everything you need to win. You give him the ball, get a first down.
On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. The pitch. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. Turning it on. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Sends it back in motion. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Air Force!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to they were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They've got to shore up their play at the back half.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Pac-12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. Colorado State just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory, and that's really the standard there in Fort Collins. They'll enjoy this one all week. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake up the Pac-12 standings.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Anderson wants to throw. Got a man. It's Richardson. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Catch in the middle. It's Durr. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Richardson. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The Cowboys are flying down the field. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Anderson will throw. Using his legs to buy some time. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden, on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Get this drive going from the 17. Motion from the back. They'll run the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On the option. He'll keep it himself. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He lets one fly deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
So now it's 2nd and long. On the run, it's Latham. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And the Falcons are in the hurry-up. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Pass falls incomplete, but that was basically a free play as the defense was offsides, and this is going to be a 1st down. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. He might want another play. Trying to beat him to the left. Across the 45. On the move is the 30. There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Falcons.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it's finished off with that thrilling 56-yarder for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. Makes a move. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the 2nd score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's got goal. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. As expected, they're content to run out the clock and go into halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Here comes the option. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Gashes the heart of the knee. Past the 10. Touchdown, Air Force. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
They've been talking about this one all week inside the MAC, guys. Let's give you a quick recap of how it went down. UConn had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans in stores are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the map.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so...
Breaks into the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Anderson wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. It'll be a draw. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 4th down, looking to pass. Snags it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone.
Number 47 sets the kickoff.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. He's past the 30. He's into the open down the middle. At the 30. Inside the... And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Falcons.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. He's open on the right, and it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Anderson will throw. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. The give to the back. Jukes his way for more. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Gets the back moving. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
On 3rd and short, looking for it on the read. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. And the Falcons are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll get him on the ground at the 3-yard line.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak.
The offense just continues to matriculate the ball downfield, and they're finding a lot of different ways to generate these first downs. They do it right there on the quarterback sneak.
Hand off to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Air Force. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this pre-gate showdown.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That is his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Anderson wants to throw. Quick completion on the out. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And the Cowboys have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Motion from the wide receiver. Grabbed behind the line. It's Richardson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
By the receiver. Picks up 1. And that's a first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Richardson. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He'll set up to throw. A little screen to the running back. Turning it on. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
At the 40-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. The play action fake. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the 4th.
At the 45 on his way. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Brought down.
And 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the 1, making it an even bigger play and getting the 1st down.
Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Anderson will throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups. They were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Right on the money. Touchdown, Wyoming. A great catch and run for 6.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Louisville may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from L&N Stadium every time. The Cards have been racking up road wins since the Lee Corso days, and they'll get another one today. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Now on the option. Now the toss. Nice move there. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. The Falcons can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run the toss. And some room to work. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They'll give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
The option look. Finding open areas. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to the fullback. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll give it to the back. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires left. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
And we're not used to seeing this from this offense. This offense usually clips at a really high level on third down. They execute well. Tip your cap to the defense. They won that battle.
And the Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier in bounds.
The Cowboys in a good spot here with second and short. fires to the wideout. He's got it. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making. And they...
Oh, he's got some space. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Man, you got to like these last two plays by this offense. You understand. You're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
And the Cowboys with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Throws to the tight end. Tosses it incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Anderson wants to throw. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deeper. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The Cowboys have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Here we go. Looking to get it in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Number 2, catch and score.
Ready to try the point after.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive here. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. It's complete to the right. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Sends it back in motion. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Sticks it in his belly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Toss sweep to the right. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. San Diego State is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up 14 over Oregon State. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that...
Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Wyoming.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Here we go. Do the show.
The quarterback takes a knee.
you